Come on in. Come on in. Come on. This is Lunchtime Johnny's Record Shop. Good to have you here. A little background on how this shop came to be and why. I've always had an affection for the old traditional, let's say 1960s, 70s record shops. My favorite, and I have a few, but if I had to pick one, my favorite in the late 60s was the Record Gallery on Robson Street, just west of Burrard. And what I loved about this place is, I think it was two men that operated it and owned it. Regardless of that, they were always there. And they were great because you walked in the door, they greeted you with a smile and all that, and if you wanted to talk about any album, rock, folk, you name it, they could talk about it. They knew so much about music. And what was wonderful is their passion. This was not just a business to them. This was a love of their life, running a record shop like this and talking to customers, or should we say friends, about music. Great place. I always liked the fact too that for a while at least you could listen to an album in part off in a little corner somewhere with headphones, vinyl record, listen to it before you decided if you wanted to buy it or not. Now, I never thought about it at the time, but I guess they must have had extra copies that were just used strictly for test copies, where listeners or people coming in could listen to these records for a few minutes anyway, just to get a feel for it and see if they want to buy it or not. I must confess, usually when I went in to buy an album, I knew ahead of time what I was looking for. So I didn't really have to listen to it ahead of time. But I guess if it's something that's really hot off the press and you know the group or don't even know the group, you're curious about the group and you haven't heard them on the radio, whatever the case may be, yeah, you might want to give it a listen before you decide to put some money down on the counter. Another thing I loved about the Record Gallery is one time, I often went on Friday nights to the Record Gallery after work, after supper, head downtown. I lived in South Burnaby. Head downtown. Often I'd go with my friend Patrick, and we both had a great love for this particular shop. And one night we were down there on a Friday night around 7:30, and there was a sign on the door and said, "Gone to see Gordon Lightfoot. Sorry for closing early." Come on. It was an inconvenience to us, but hey, you gotta love it when they'll actually shut down because they're gonna go see some great performer like Lightfoot. Incredible. Anyway, just a nice vibe in the store. Always love that. Another reason for starting Lunchtime Johnny's Record Shop was also the movie High Fidelity with John Cusack and Jack Black. Tim Robbins is a small part in there. It's just a fun movie and a great love of record shops indeed, and of course music. Jack Black pretty much steals the show in that movie. And there's some clips on this Facebook page, Lunchtime Johnny's Record Shop, you can check out on that. They're all from YouTube. So, there we go. Thank you for joining us in the shop today. Come back anytime. We're open 24/7, 365. We won't be closing up to go see a concert because we're always open. Take care.